How amazing is that? Thorwald Jørgensen joining us today. Hi, Thorwald. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
The Invisible Singer, going to be performing 13 Strings concert. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing in that video. It looks kind of like magic.
Oh, it's a lot of hard work. I play the theremin, which is an instrument you play without physically touching it. You have two antennas, as you could have seen in the video. The right antenna, which is upwards, is for pitch, and then the closer I am to the antenna, the note. The further away I move my hand, the lower it will become. The other hand, the loop antenna on the left, is for volume. If I have my hand flat on the antenna, you won't hear nothing, and if I raise it, a sound will appear.
How did you even discover this, Thorwald?
Well, I always knew about it because I studied music from a very young age, and at the conservatory I had music history. So you learn about this because it's one of the first, or actually it's the first electronic instrument. But I never gave it a second thought because I was not into electronic music. But after my studies as a percussionist, I came into an orchestra, and usually when the percussionist in the orchestra does, is they sit for the entire symphony, wait for the fourth movement, and then wait for the last 40 bars, and then do boom ching, and go home. So I was bored with that, and I wanted something else, and theremin became something else.
It really is incredible. And how often would you perform, Thorwald?
I perform constantly the entire year. I travel all over the world and do concerts everywhere. I just had a concert here in Montreal with the Orchestre Métropolitain. We did a premiere of a new piece by Simon Bertrand, which this is the same composer of the piece I'm going to play in Ottawa with 13 Strings. And after that, I go to Germany and then to Ukraine, actually, to do a benefit concert there.
Wow, that's incredible. Tell me more about the benefit concert in Ukraine.
Well, I was playing in Croatia last summer, and there was a big delegation of Ukrainian people. They came to my concert, and we talked about it. And they said, "Oh, well, we want to invite you, and we're going to ask the Dutch embassy if they want to help with this concert." And the embassy agreed, and now we're going to play with the orchestra of Lviv and do a full concert for Ukraine, in Ukraine itself. So I think I'm one of the first Dutch people going there to actually perform.
Wow, I can't even imagine that. Is that emotional to even think about, Thorwald, that you will be sort of in that situation and playing for people that have had such a devastating year?
Well, to be quite honest, I try not to think about it because it's sort of exciting. Exciting maybe is not the correct word, but by lack of knowing any other words in English. Yeah, I try not to think about it. I just go and see what happens and do the concert, and probably I have the emotional reaction when I get home again.
Absolutely. And you're coming to the capital. We're so happy about that. Tell us all the details and how we can see you, the Invisible Singer.
Well, I'm going to play at Dominion Charmers with 13 Strings, conducted by Kevin Malone. I'm not completely sure, but I think the concert starts at 7:30. And I will be playing the Invisible Singer by Simon Bertrand. And I also do, of course, an encore. And 13 Strings will also play music by Dvorak and by Purcell. So it's going to be an amazing concert.
Wow. And how rare is it to have somebody like yourself play? It's something I've never heard of before. Tell me how many other people enjoy this instrument.
Well, there are quite a few people who play theremin, but on the level I play, there are maybe a handful in the world. So it's pretty rare.
Wow. So the concert on the 21st of February will be a very special one for people here in Ottawa then.
I hope.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you think back to when you started playing, would you ever in a million years think you'd be traveling the globe and sharing your talents?
Yes.
You knew it.
No, of course not. I hoped, but you have to. You got to have a goal, and it was my goal to become like internationally an international musician playing all over the world, and I was happy to achieve that goal. Actually, in Ottawa. Music and Beyond was the first big festival years ago, which gave me my big break. Because after that, people started inviting me from the States and from Europe, and so Ottawa is always like very special to me because basically this is where it all started.
Oh, I love
So
hearing
that's
that. I love
yeah.
hearing that. What do your family and friends say, Thorwald, about your talents?
Yeah, they just know it's something. Yeah, I've done this my entire life, so it's yeah. They just think, oh, that's Thorwald, nothing
That's
special.
awesome. Well, that's
Yeah,
awesome, and I hope that you're welcomed. I know you will be with open arms here in Ottawa, and have safe travels, sharing your talents across the globe. We're so happy that you were able to join us today, Thorwald.
you're welcome. And like I said, Ottawa to me is like a second home.
Well,
It's always welcoming. So I'm really happy to be there tomorrow.
well, come on home. Absolutely. We welcome it very much. Thorwald Jørgensen joining us. He is the Invisible Singer. What an incredible story that is. Plays the world, yet he's going to be here in the capital. We love that so much. I don't know about you. It's coming up on Family Day weekend. And you know what I love to do with my family? Eat cheesecake. We're going to be meeting with Paige in a little bit, talking everything cheesecake. Lots of great stories for you today. Derek Fage isn't here today. That's okay. I'm Sam LaPrade. I'm filling in for him. He'll be back next week. Stay with us on Daytime.